Hello farmers and welcome back to the hills of Tuscany. Just checking on the ladies out here. Looks like they're doing just fine, enjoying their new pasture that we got for them. Coming into here, I got all the water topped off, and boy, do they take a lot of water. At least the trough does anyways. 112,000 liters. And I was thinking, well, in the future, since that water bowser water tanker holds about 7,000 liters, I think it is, that's a lot of trips, and it was. I was trying to think if our water tanker and truck would be able to back into there. I think it's possible, because that tanker will hold 60 some odd thousand liters of water, so that would just mean 2 trips. Be a little bit easier. Oh yeah, also been told in the comments in the last episode, apparently we got to bale, we got to shred the bales when we bring them in here for straw. So we'll need to get ourselves a shredder, I suppose. I may try just to bale itself just to be sure about it before I buy a shredder, but if we need a shredder, we will do so. As for the manure, I still don't know where it spawns, but we'll find out at some point or another. In the upper right-hand corner, you can see we got just over $2 million now. I just went ahead and borrowed up to $10 million on the loan because we're going to spend it, so may as well go ahead and just do it. That way I know what money I do have and what I should be spending it on. We're not going to borrow more than 10. 10 is the maximum I want to go. We did put down a wind turbine down at the large BGA, even though we don't own the land. But I think what we should be doing, since we do have it down there, we're going to go ahead and buy the land just to make it right. I don't want to say it's only 146,000, but yeah. All right, now we now own the land that the wind turbine's on, so it makes it more realistically. That's what you should be doing, since we're not paying any leasing fees on it or so on and so forth. The sheep, I suppose, are doing fine. We got any wool yet? Yeah, we got a little bit of wool coming on in, and their feed trough is looking mighty good. What we're going to be starting off with today, we're still in the month of February, and we got to work on the vineyard. Most of the vineyard is going to be deleted, except for the white vines. We're going to be keeping those. Let's see, I don't need the fertilizer spreader. I'm going to drop that off. We're also going to drop off the weight. I guess I'll just put the weight anywhere. I guess it doesn't really matter. We're going to have an implement on the front and the back, and we'll see if this little tractor can manage it. We got to prune the white grapes that we harvested last season, and we also got to subsoil plow the terrain that the white grapes are in. We only have to do the white grapes. Like I said, all the red ones are going to disappear. Those are the modded red grapes, and yeah, the reason why we're getting rid of them is, from what I've been told or read about, is that the modded ones are a little bit wider apart than the in-game ones. That's why course play will not work on them. So we're going to delete all the red ones that we do have and put down the base game red vines. And then we should be good to go with course play working on all the grapes over there. And yeah, we're going to have more grapes than we had last season. No, I can't go that way because of a fence line. So we need to go over here and around. We don't own the ones here on the left. I may buy that land and get rid of those white ones and put down a whole bunch of red ones. That way our grape production can go up. So let's see, that makes grape juice, white juice, raisins, and something else. No, raisins, red grape juice, and white grape juice. It does have a byproduct of pomace, and that will need to go down to the large BGA, which we don't own, but that will be a whopping $1 million. And yeah, I need to keep some of that money right now, because the cotton harvester we're going to be buying this year is going to be $1 million in itself. So that's more than enough for us right there. All right, so it's been a long time since I've done this, so it's going to be like crappy. I'm pretty sure. Need to unfold it. All right, well, that's unfolded. All right, and then we'll turn that on, and then we will drop the subsoiler at the same time. And looks like we can do both at the same time, so that's good. So I don't mind doing a little bit of the white grapes, and we'll see how long this kind of takes me to take care of these white grapes. I mean, grape work, I don't want to do a whole lot of it, so I don't want to I don't want to go crazy on the white grapes. As I mentioned, the red grapes will be mostly hiring the Franks family to take care of that. All right, so this is kind of good. I didn't think I was going to be able to use two at the same time, but we are able to do so. I don't know what the horsepower requirement is for this material, but I thought, well, we can put the pruner on the front and the subsoiler on the back, and will it work? Works just fine. Yeah, I am thinking at some point maybe we will get to the olives, because as I did say, this series is about doing crops and things that I really haven't done a whole lot on FS22. I think even on Elm Creek, when FS22 dropped years ago, I did very little on olives. We did a little bit of olives on No Man's Land. We did the trees with the umbrella, well, the umbrella catcher, or whatever you want to call it, and that's what we used there. And didn't really enjoy that system too much. But I think it's just going to be the basic on olives and grapes. You're just not going to get a whole lot of product doing this job. So in doing grapes and olives, you're just doing it for the fun of it, if it's fun for you. Maybe it's not fun for you, I don't know. Alright, so this, yeah, maybe I'm trying to get too close to the grapevine. Like I said, haven't done this in a couple of years, basically, going back to No Man's Land. And if you haven't seen my series on FS22 No Man's Land, check out the playlist. Yeah, we went to No Man's Land about, what, 2-3 weeks after FS22 dropped, and Ellie and Jim got No Man's Land out pretty quickly. And we moved right over there just as quick as we could. There was nothing wrong with the Elm Creek map. I just did not find it to my liking. And I had a lot of fun doing the No Man's Land map, because we tried to make, can we say like a village? Yeah, we put down houses, residential areas, made a river, a park. Yeah, so this set of vines here is not going to take us too long to work through, so this is not too bad. So maybe I'll extend it, or maybe have some more white grapes. Trying to figure out exactly the area that we own. I think I saw a YouTube short a long time ago. Have no idea who it was, but they were doing a whole series on grapes alone. It was a co-op video that I was kind of seeing. They had about 3 or 4 people working in it. And I think doing grapevines, that's probably what you want to do from a lot of grapevines that they were doing. I think they were kind of trying to do like a Vineyard role play series. So this little Antonio Cario packet tractor is doing the job. Let's see, I'm just trying to figure out where I need to go here. The main thing I'm focusing on right now doing this job is get the vines pruned, and then I'll get the rows that I that I have not gotten to in subsoiling them. These will start growing next month, and that's when we can, March is a month we can plant the vines down. It's too bad we can't actually work and plant down the vines whenever. I find that kind of odd. We should be able to put down the vines, or at least the rows down, even when it's not growing season, and then the vines will just start growing when they can. Yeah, so be able to prune and subsoil at the same time, that's pretty cool. That'll work out just fine. Now we do have weeds turned off, so I don't know if I'm going to have to do any mulching throughout the season. I don't know if mulching is part of the weeds or not. Find out when this summer comes along. Somehow I've been on both sides of this row of vines and I didn't get it. You can see I've already subsoiled both sides of this. Actually, I'll lift up the subsoiler. That does not need to be in the ground. Although it's not going to speed up my process, it doesn't look like. Alright, I think we're done with the vine work, so we're going to go ahead and drop that off. That way it's not going to get into the way of what we're doing here. We just got 2 more passes to make, and we are done with prepping these vines for the upcoming season. So last episode, yes, we got the cotton into the ground. I may actually want more cotton, but I think that's going to be more than enough because we don't actually have a whole lot of sheep. So we're not going to get that much wool to mix with the cotton to make a whole bunch of fabric. But we definitely got to start finding a way to start bringing in some good amount of cash. I think the wind turbine is going to help us out a little bit. It'll offset the loan interest payment. Now, how quickly things have escalated here in the hills of Tuscany money-wise when I said, yeah, we're going to start off with $2 million and go from there. Then we just bumped up to 3, then I think I went to 5, then 6, 7, and then I finally just said, you know what, the heck with it. I can see where this is going. I'm spending money faster than I can definitely make it. Whoop, nope, not close. Nope, that'll work. There we go. Fold that up. Alright, so those should be all set. It's going to look a little funny when we get to the PDA and the plowing sector because you can't plow between the rows or where the vines are, so it's going to be good. Yeah, so this set of vines are going to be deleted, as will this set to the right is going to be deleted. Let's see, what do I own here? If I go to farmland, okay, so I own the far right one. The far right one needs to be deleted. These are white vines. And so are these over here. Yeah, I'm not sure yet what I want to do. I think I gotta just make sure when we get the red vines up that everything works well before I expand on the vineyard. Let's go ahead and put this stuff away. Drop that off, and then the pruner can go on this other side here. And I think we're going to call it good for the month of February if I can get out of here. No? I'll just tab to something else. There we go. Hey, we're back at the main farm. That's good. The cows should be good. They got enough food to last them just 1 month. We do have more TMR down at the production plant, so that'll be good. The sheep should be good as well. Let's just actually go into the page to make sure. So productivity, water, they got plenty of food. They're only using about 1,000 liters a day. and we got almost 19,000 liters in there. The cows, like I said, daily food about 9,000 liters, and we got 14,000 in there. So we'll give them more tomorrow. At least now we know how much. Let's see, that's about 15. So 30, 60, probably like 80, 90,000 liters of food they can put into there. And we're going to keep giving them TMR as long as we can make it, because that's 100%. If we want to, we'll give them just hay, and that'll be 80%. But for now, yeah, let's boost up that as much as we can. Production buildings should all this are going to, I'm not going to bother checking on them because they're going to do what they're going to be doing. But I think it's time to go on to the month of March so we can get some more work done here in the farm. We got to plant potatoes. And yes, I think I may have said that field that's ahead of us there, it's got lime in it. I think I said canola. No, sunflowers are what's going to be going in there. Because canola needs to be planted in the fall, and we kind of went past that time. So sunflowers. 8 o'clock in March, is the sun going to be up? We'll find out. And we'll also check on the cows to make sure their health is up to 100%, and it should be. So plant potatoes and take care of the vineyard. That's what we're pretty much doing. Property income about 20,000 and loan interest about 33. So it's almost even, but just remember, we did not put that wind turbine in until the middle of the day. And that's just the money we earned from sleeping over, I don't know what time we went to bed, about noon or so, somewhere around there. But anyways, into the store because we got to buy stuff. Yeah, for potato planters, as I mentioned, we could go ahead and get the Kenzie planter like we have for potatoes, but the working speed on that is 30 miles an hour. And you saw what we did in last episode using that planter at 16 miles an hour. We got that field done really quickly. We're pretty much going to be hiring a worker for this. They're going to run out of potatoes here and there. I'm pretty darn sure. Let's go ahead and buy that for $129.5. And how much horsepower? 170. That is a good job for the Lamborghini. So let's go and grab the Lamborghini. Oh, wait, potatoes are in March, are they not? I think they are. Taters in March, yes. And let me just double check, because as the workers working on the potatoes, white grapes, but we're looking at grapes itself, yes. All right, so we are good. On down to the store we go. It'll take me a minute just to get there. We got a field to fertilize in the cotton field, so we can grab the New Holland 130. I think it is a 130. That can be doing the fertilizing job. And let's see, what else we got to do? Well, I'm pretty sure we'll find a whole bunch of work to do. Oh yeah, we got to feed the cows at some point as well. Are you going to go? No, I'm going to go around you then. Oh, my beacon should be on. All right, down to the store. As I was coming down here, I kind of forgot to do a few things because we were running a realistic damage system mod, and I kind of forgot to have some of my vehicles checked on. Inspection required in 7 months, and current damages, we do have damage on this thing, so when this gets done working with the potatoes at the end of the day, I should go ahead and get this inspected. I'm hoping this hut will take seed. And I guess seed is potatoes. We are full. $7,000 worth of taters. We did buy the oil factor, I do believe, correct? I just want to, I don't want to keep spending money and then go all of a sudden at the end go, oops, I forgot to do something. Yeah, sunflower and canola oil. Yep, okay, so we're good there. Well, I did see a comment, someone saying I can get to the sell point by turning at the gas station at the store. I'm not sure what they were referring to, or what I may have talked about in last episode. Are you talking about the store here? Is there a gas station around here at the store? Unless you were talking about the store down here in our gas station. I have no idea. Either way, what is my way to... If I go up here past this field and turn right, that will get us to what will be the potato field. And I'm also thinking about maybe buying more land and planting a whole bunch of red grapes down. Because like I said, we're going to be doing course play work in that. So we won't be working all those vines. Got to bring a whole bunch of grapes in to make money off of that. Alright, so right here on the left-hand side, this is the field that we own. Just going to unfold this thing. Right ahead of us, that is actually the chocolate factory, so that's kind of interesting. Wonder how fast this is going to go through the taters. Alright, we need to scroll here. Let's go to here, create job. Alright, you're already in the field, which is great. Go that way. Do 3 headlands. Overlap. 0%. I was trying to actually turn on the planter. You don't have to. Okay, who do we got here? Well, looks like Frank's cousin, Franco, is going to be putting in the potatoes. Potatoes are growing, fertilized 50%, so we'll have to take care of that once the potatoes have grown. So this is going to be a nice field of potatoes, a whole bunch of potatoes. Yeah, we'll get that done certainly when it's time to harvest. Time to zoom over to here. We'll just jump into... Oh, I'm on the wrong page in order to jump over. There we go. Jump. Yeah, can't keep jumping into that vehicle there, Peanut. That's not going to work. Can we get over here? Yeah, there we go. All right, so let's start by deleting... Yeah, it doesn't really matter where I delete these. Probably should have done this before because I was trying to figure out how I was going to do this. So, give me a moment. I'm going to delete at least this setup here on the flat land up here, along with this set over here, and also this set, whoops, over here. I'm going to delete all these, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do and which way things are going to be going, because I have no idea yet. I don't want too long of a rows, because if you know, a harvester gets full of grapes, I don't want to have to go too far on down a road to get it out, or something gets stuck, that kind of a thing. But yeah, just give me a minute, and all these will be gone. Well, trying to figure out this layout, we got all the vines gone, even the ones down on the hill. And honestly, this white grapes vineyard right here, this little setup, it's just in the way. In order to get like a nice pattern going in here. So, yeah, I'm thinking we go, oh, I got to buy all of them. Well, I mean, all of them, there's 2 vineyards here. All right, so that's going to be fine. It's only 38,000, so that's, we can manage that. All right, let me go back into here. Something I just learned, because it's not something I do too often in deleting. When you're deleting something like this, if you just hold down your left mouse button. I was clicking one at a time before I realized, yeah, you can just do this. And it makes it a little bit easier. Just be careful what you're doing, I guess, because if you slip and go over a shed or something like that, and then that's no bueno. That's no good. So I'm going to keep the other little vineyard there, which I was hemming and hawing about before. Should I buy it? And I said, we'll wait on it. I'm going to keep that there now. But that will need to be worked on. But I'm sure what I'm going to have to do after we get these new red grapevines put down is I'm going to have to spread lime into them, because we're kind of deleting the field ground, if you will. So I'm guessing the lime is not going to be registered. Especially here, because I did not own this land before. But this is going to be kind of expensive. I'm thinking at least $100,000 to put down these vines, right? And I don't want to be too close to the fence line. I'm going to keep that fence line there. Although if I were to buy that field, I could technically take down the fence line, but I want to try to leave the map as much as the mod author made it, because I mean the map is just lovely in my opinion. Anyways, this is going to be production, orchards. So this is what we're talking about here. We got you got your standard in-game grape line right here, and then you got the Hills of Tuscany mod, which is red grapes and then white grapes. And the problem with Courseplay is these vines, when they put them in rows, they're further apart, so Courseplay is not recognizing a group of vines. Anyways, what I want to do is getting the first line down, which is going to be tough, right? So if I leave myself some room to turn around, is this going to be too far? I want the line to be kind of straight. Does he want to go that far? I think he does. Alright, and once we do that... Interesting that I got... Why does the first row need to be pruned? Why do I got other ones that need to be pruned? I have no idea. I remember when FS22 came out with the grapes, that these did not snap together. You had to guess the distance. And boy, did a lot of people complain right away, and Giants got right on it. And I think within a matter, the first patch that they had, we had it to where these snapped at the correct distance. Alright, keep on putting these down here. Well, I probably should keep my eye on Franco over there. I don't know how far they're going to get before they run out of seed. Am I going to be in the way? So far, collides with another... Yep, it's colliding with me, apparently. So I need to move myself. I got to come in here and prune all these little things. Alright, am I out of the way? Wait, look, before we go anywhere, how is Franco getting along? Where the heck am I? Alright, so he's on his third headland, it looks like. And, oh, he's still got like 50% seed in there. Alright, so he's not going through it as fast as I thought they might. Alright, I gotta teleport to here. Yeah, I hope these rows are not too long. And now, by the way, let me double check on this. Before I keep planting all these vines down, maybe I should do a quick test here to make Courseplay can see the vineyard and not just one row. I did test this on my Hills of Tuscany test map when we first came here, after I found out the problem about these vines. So if I were to come in here, alright, and then if I were to hire a worker, create job, not silo work. Why are you seeing this as a silo? Maybe the game... Has the game updated as that these are grapes yet? Okay, it knows that it's grapes. Just make sure. You know what I just realized? I think with Courseplay, what I may have to do is I think I gotta save the game, exit, and come back in. It'll be fine. So let me get on that. Alright, we're reloaded, and I got Franco. Well, it was Franco. I don't know who it is now, but they're plowing. They're putting the potatoes, all the peas here. Fingers crossed that this works now. Create job. Okay, it's still saying silo work. I'm not appreciating that at all. Why is that? And now I have concerns. Needs plowing. It knows it's grapes. And now I have concerns. Well, before I continue doing more on that vineyard, because those rows are getting kind of long, I would like a worker to do it, but this is not looking good. I don't understand it. I tested this and it worked out fine. It's always when you bring back an audience that nothing ever works, right? That's the way it goes. All right, let me see if I can get a smaller patch of vines over here. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe the vines are too much. I'm going too far with them. Orchards, vines, and somewhere like right here. And right now I just want to get it to where it looks kind of like the other one was. Interesting that when you put them down, I'm getting some that need to be pruned. It's the ends that need to be pruned, apparently. All right, I got those down, but I'm kind of curious now that I'm noticing the ones there, the ends need to be pruned, but I got more than that here. They're not separated somewhere by any chance, are they? No. Interesting. All right, well, we'll get it figured out in some way, shape, or form, somehow. If you've been on the channel long enough, you know me. I'm either going to figure this out or I'm going to cry. One way or another. I'm going to go over to the other vines because it's a smaller set of vines. Maybe those are... Maybe it's too big of an area. Let me come into here. Of course, I didn't restart the game again, but that we're going to give it a shot here. And it says silo work. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. Direction from the silo, upgrade. Yeah, not too sure. Let me just... I'm doing testing with you guys a little bit here, so I can figure this out later on, possibly. Is the whole system gone haywire? Let me pull into this one here and see if it says vines. All right, create job. Okay, now this one says silo work. No silo found. Well, yeah, I'm aware of that. All right, I'll have to figure this out in between episodes. But the problem being is, well, it is time. How many months we got to plant the grapes? Let's see here. Grapes. All right, I got a few months, so we can work on that. Oh, I can't plant the sunflowers at this time of the year either. All right, no problem. We do have other work to do, so the vine work is going to be put on hold just for a while. Hopefully not too long. Hopefully we can get that figured out, and we'll move on. Speaking of moving on, though, let's go over and grab the T8, because I do need to take care of the cattle, the moo cows. As we know, they only got enough food to last into this month here. Where is my forage wagon? There it is. Let's go down to the TMR production building and we'll grab some more silage. Or not silage, some more TMR. I should probably double check on this one here. 7 months, current damage is 1. I need to get my equipment fixed. Because it'll be really terrible that if I want to go use something and then it won't start. But I think it has to get really damaged before that even happens. Vegetables will be planted next month as well. Parsnip, I think in this field right here maybe, or maybe that small field over there, and then sugar beet in this one. Yeah, I think I need more sugar than anything, because I think we're going to make more money from the candy. Speaking of, I got to bring the honey over, which I think I forgot to do last episode. I can't remember if we did or didn't. But we got to bring the honey over, keep that production up and going. And I think I can go ahead and just take all what's in here. It'll be fine. Yeah, we only got like 40 some odd thousand left. That is going to take a moment to fill up, so I'm going to leave that there. How are we doing on the potatoes? Well, that's not Franco anymore. How are we doing here? 30% left on the seed / potatoes, so that's looking good. And we want to go up here to the 130. Hey, I was correct on that. Let me steal some fertilizer over here, because now our old planter needed solid fertilizer, but the new one takes liquid. So this can all be used in the spreader. Around we go, and down to the cotton field to get that job done rather quickly, because with a 42 meter wide working width, it'll work, you know, we'll get that field done in a pass and a half, basically. Actually, with narrow tires on it, I can just cut straight across here. I need to learn where some of these roads go and paths go, so for future references I can say, okay, having a field down in this certain area would be fine. As you can see, we got plenty of olives around here, but until I can figure out the whole grape thing, now horseplay should work no problem on the olives, at least I think. Alright, here is our cotton field, looking nicely. Just a reminder, as I mentioned earlier, we don't have weeds turned on, and we're also not having stones turned on, but everything else is on. Actually, I could almost get the entire field in one pass, but not quite. So this field will be completely taken care of. And again, we're not leasing any equipment on this series either, unless it's just a one-off, meaning I'm going to use it just one time and that's completely it. But like the cotton harvester that we're going to buy here today, actually, I want to buy that because I want to make sure that I got that purchase, because it's such a big purchase. I don't want to get below the money that we have and not have the cotton harvester. And it's a ridiculous price for it, and this is probably the only series I would use it on, because yeah, other series like say American Falls or other series that I have done, to do something for $1 million just is not right, man. But I figured it looks like a decent mod. I really haven't tried it, but I did, you know, go on a map and I bought it and just made sure it kind of functioned. I didn't actually harvest cotton with it, but this looked rather interesting, so I figured, we give it a go. But now I'm just really concerned about why Courseplay is not recognizing those grapevines. When on the test map it did. I'm trying to think what the difference is. Have no idea. As far as I know, Courseplay hasn't been updated, so that shouldn't have changed. So I'm not really sure Well, you know, like I said, it worked before on my test map, so yeah, we'll get it going, I think. All right, so just like that, our cotton field is taken care of. Let me just park here because we've been kind of growing rather fast here. I just want to make sure everything is ready to go for this season before we get too much. So we bought field number 9 the way it is, so that's why there's wheat there. Sunflowers will go in here, so I'll need a couple stages of fertilization there. Our canola field is taken care of. As I mentioned, sugar beet here, parsnip in 14. We got our cotton field. Our potato field will need a fertilization stage after we get done planting. And then that just leaves this disaster of what's going on over here, which I'm not too sure about. Actually, the New Holland should just go right over here, because after they get done planting that field, I can just go ahead and fertilize it. And then that field will be done. I'm actually surprised it hasn't run out of seed yet. Didn't expect it to go that far. 12%, but if we go... Yeah, we're going to have to fill that up here pretty soon. We'll let that continue for a little bit longer. Yeah, let me get back over to the T8, shall we? Because that should be full. Hopefully it kept filling. Yes, it did kept filling up while we were away. And now this should be empty. Yes, it is empty. We just need to make some more silage, which I don't think we have anymore. I think we took it all. I'm going to go actually... I always turn too quick coming out of there. Now I'm hung up on the fence line. Yeah, I just want to drive past the fermenting silo to see if I got any more silage in there. Yep, the honey is piling up once again, which is good. No, that is empty. So when we cut the grass this year, maybe half of it would go in the fermenting silo to make a whole bunch of TMR. Or it'll make silage so we can make TMR. And then the other half, maybe we'll go ahead and make some hay with it. I'm going to cut across our field here because there's no crop in it. But once there's crop in it, that's going to be a problem for me, having to drive all the way around the field, but we'll figure something out. Got a lot of figuring out to do. Even though it says year number 2, we haven't really been here a full year yet. I'm starting to get the hang of some things around the farmyard and the land that we own. At least I know here, always going to back in to feed the cows here because I don't think I can really make the corner. That's as far as I need to go in. I'm good with that. Didn't look like it really filled up that much. But yeah, that can... Okay, that's going to be able to hold like 100 and... Maybe the same as much as the water, so maybe like 110, 120, somewhere in there. But that's all it's really showing there. But as long as the cows know it's there, it's all good. All right, so they're all set for a while. All right, where do I want to park this? How much is this going to stick on out? Oh, that's probably coming up because I'm next to the seed hut that's right behind it. Why is it saying it needs to be refilled? Oh, no, that's for course play. I saw that come up just as I backed up, and I was like, what the heck am I seeing over there? Yeah, that needs to be refilled. Oh, it already folded up for me, too, as well. All right, so I'll just head on back down to the store. Get some more taters. And I'm thinking it might get the rest of the field done. Yeah, if I had the other planter, the unrealistic one that would plant at 30 miles an hour, we would have been done with that field in probably like 40 seconds or so. But so far, I must say we're getting close to 10 episodes now. I think this is going to be episode 9 of Hills of Tuscany. Everything has been going great except for just the grapes, which was kind of the whole point of the Hills of Tuscany, getting into the grapes. Might be something I'm doing. You know what it might be is I don't. Oh, something just came to me. Maybe because I don't have any implements on the tractor. I think I need to throw an implement on the tractor. That may solve the whole thing. There may need to be a implement that works on grapes that needs to be on the tractor for course play to kind of say, hey, we need to be looking for a vineyard here. All right, let's get this Lamborghini back up to the potato field. And I hate to say this, I think I need another field. Because as for the sugar plant to make the candy, we're just struggling on making enough sugar, so that could use sugar beet and cut sugar beet. And what we can do is just get ourselves the sugar beet cutter pack mod on this series and put some sugar beet into a trailer and cut up the sugar beet and put it in there, and that way we have 2 productions making sugar. Yes, we can even do sugar cane, but I don't know if I want to do sugar cane on this map. And if we do, we'll be using the modded forage harvester setup. Okay, and once you get unfolded, get ourselves a worker. And it looks like we got Frank Jr. on the job. Yeah, let me go ahead and grab this. Sometimes it's the simplest things or the simplest answer that you overlook. And I'm thinking I might just need an implement on here. So we'll grab like the pruner, because that's the way I'm facing. Now I got to come way up here. All right, please tell me this does the trick. Create job, go to field work. Okay, it selects the whole field. Target position there. Okay, but something... Oh, wait, no, wait. I'm going to get it, I think. There we go. This is what we want. Right side of the vine, but let's see. And then vine to skip, we'll say 2. Generate course. There's the stop. There's the go. There we go. So all I needed was just a implement on the tractor. I think with no implement on it, the game is like, oh, maybe... Okay, I selected the wrong side of the tractor, but I don't care. All I was really trying to test here was to make sure that course play was working with what we have here. All right. I can breathe, and everyone can breathe a sigh of relief if you want to see the grapes going. We're all set. So we'll continue this next episode. We'll still be in the month of March, but we're running kind of a little bit late in time. This episode is starting to draw a little bit long. But like I said, I definitely want to buy the cotton harvester because that's going to take a big chunk of our change out, and we're not borrowing more than $10 million out. So here we are. It's this mod right here. Okay, what is this one for? Not too sure. That's kind of a weird one. Did not see that one. But this is the one we're going for because it's a 12-meter wide header that folds up. Okay, it says 12 meter wide, but in the game it says 11.4. Either way, that's fine. I think the working speed is still 6 miles an hour. So I was going to go with the Stevie mod, which is the case cotton harvester. That harvests at 12 miles an hour, but it's the standard 6 meter wide one. So we're almost at 12 and 6 miles an hour working speed. So it's going to harvest at the same. Tinted windows. Yep, we'll go with that. Mirrors, standard, numbers. I think we're all set. Transport. Yeah, I think we'll go with twin wheels in the front. That looks like that'd be good for it. And mirrors, standard. Wide mirrors probably be good. Yeah, I like these a little bit better. And we don't need a number on it. And the wheels don't really matter that much. Yeah, not quite $1 million, so we get a little bit of a discount apparently. So it's $914,250. Okay, that is a big purchase. What are we down to on money? $700,000. Yeah, and I still need to buy some headers for the root crop harvester, but those aren't that expensive. So yeah, the money is going down. Let's have a look at our new purchase if I can find the store here. There we go. So now you can see it. It does fold up, of course. And there is our cotton harvester. I don't know what the capacity of it is, and I'm hoping, but I don't think it's going to be the case. Being a modded one, it may do so, but we won't know until we get done. Like when we get done with the harvest, I'm hoping that, like, if it's like at 50% full, that we'll be able to unload it. But I'm not holding out much hope for it. But since we own it, it'll just go on to the next season anyways. And yeah, we'll be good to go. I'm just trying to think of where this needs to go. And I'm thinking this is going to go down towards production lane, because we're probably going to build a big shed down there. That'd be a good thing to have because we need it for a couple of pieces of equipment. And putting this up at the main farm, don't really need it up there because the cotton fields are probably going to stay down where we currently are, and maybe eventually move on down a little bit further. Maybe buying some more bigger fields like this, or more open fields so we get more cotton. Because yeah, with a $10 million loan, we got to start making product. We got to start selling it. But the wind turbine is going to help us out. Yeah, so the BGA, we'll have to wait on that because that's $1 million, and I can't borrow any more money. We got $700,000. I'm going to spend more on the grapevines. Next episode, we'll place those down pretty quickly. And then we got to get a worker in there because, as we saw, the field needs to be plowed, and it's going to need some lime in it, I'm sure, so on and so forth. But the potatoes will get done in between episodes. Now we don't have to check on the grapevines. I think we got that figured out. We're all good there. And yeah, next episode we'll probably finish up the grapevines, move on till March, get the sunflowers in, and fertilize the potato field. The animals are doing their thing. Maybe the grass will be ready to be cut. So plenty of work to be doing here. But yeah, I think I'm starting to get things situated under control. And now I'm going to go and sit in a corner and just breathe deeply, knowing that the grapevines seem to be situated. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you again right here in the hills of Tuscany. But until then, have a good one.